Brandy, and this is Wear Jesus Ministries, where I believe in wearing all of Jesus so that we can look more like him. Today's video, I'm going to recount a prophetic dream that God gave me. But before I do that, I always want to give a disclaimer that anytime you listen to a prophetic word, to submit the word back to God and allow him to speak to you and give you truth, clarification, wisdom, revelation. It's always the wise way to handle a prophetic word is to submit it back to God for his will and for his truth. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hop right into this dream. So last night I had a dream from God, and I was at work. This is not my real work, so in the dream though I knew it was my job, and I was surrounded by others. At some point at work, all of our phones had an emergency signal sent to it, and it was very loud, it was exactly like what happened earlier this year, October 4th, when that emergency signal went out to all phones. And when it went off, shortly after, we all noticed that there was no cell phone signal or service, so you were not able to make a phone call. And in the dream, a mass panic really started almost immediately, of course, because that was one of the things God was trying to convey. And so once I realized that something was wrong and I needed to check in with my kids, I have an older son and a son who is a senior in high school. And so in the dream, I wanted to contact my oldest son just to let him know that I was coming to pick up him and his brothers from school. So I noticed my message icon was still on. So I was like, hey, let me try to send a quick text message to him. At least I have this. And as soon as I went to hit the message icon on my iPhone, it disappeared as well. And so I knew then that there was a really big problem, and I really began to panic at that moment. So I feel like during the dream, I just kept hearing like mass panic, mass chaos, mass panic, mass chaos. And I had a knowing in the dream. If any of you have had a dream from God, you just have knowings about things. And I knew that there was some type of terror attack behind this, or there was a setup for a mass shooting behind this, because whomever this was knew that there was no type of cell phones to be able to contact for help, for 911 or call the police. And it was very, very scary. I could feel the pure terror and panic and chaos even in the dream, as if it was real. After having this dream, I really felt led by God to even talk to my kids. Like I said, I do have an older son who's in high school and he's a senior, and then I also have a younger son in elementary, and I actually felt led to talk to my older son, since he could actually leave premises and possibly make his own decision in that moment to not leave if something happens like that, so that I would be able to find him. So it really makes you think about what plans you have, and what plans for your family do you have in place in case something like this happened, because it really seems like something that can only happen in a movie until it happens, you know. The dream itself was very short, but again, the panic and the chaos and the terror that I felt, that I even still feel, because again, I just had this dream last night, it is definitely something we need to submit to God. We need to pray. We need to pray for divine protection over America. We really need to pray for all countries and all people all over the world, because there's just so much happening in this day. So I pray that you would join with me in praying for America and protection of all people here. Thank you for listening to this video. And again, I also thank you for praying and being in agreement with me that God would divinely protect us all here. God bless.